Victoria Adelaide Marie Louise, 1840 to 1901, also known as Princess Victoria of Prussia, was a member of the Prussian royal family and the House of Hohenzollern. She was born on August 21st, 1840, in Potsdam, Kingdom of Prussia, as the second daughter of Prince William of Prussia, later Emperor William I of Germany, and Princess Augusta of Saxe-Weimar-Eisenach. Victoria Adelaide's marriage to Prince Louis was significant in that it helped establish a strong connection between the German, British, and Hellenic royal families. Her daughter, Princess Victoria, was married to Prince Louis of Battenberg, further solidifying ties with the British royal family, where Princess Victoria's granddaughter, Princess Alice of Battenberg, married Prince Andrew of Greece. Victoria's life and marriage also contributed to the complex relationships between the royal families in Europe, all of whom were related through intermarriage, often leading to conflicts over power and influence. She was a witness to and participant in the significant political changes that occurred during the unification of Germany and the rise of the German Empire under Kaiser Wilhelm their brother, Emperor Wilhelm II. Her children were part of the wider network of European royalty. For example, her daughter Princess Victoria was the grandmother of Prince Philip, which made Victoria Adelaide Marie Louise a great-grandmother of the present British royal family, highlighting the lasting connections she helped to form. Mary Stuart, also known as Mary, Queen of Scots, 1542 to 1587, was one of the most fascinating and tragic figures in European history. Her life was marked by political intrigue, tumultuous relationships, and a dramatic rise and fall that has captured the imagination of historians, writers, and filmmakers for centuries. As the Queen of Scotland, her story is deeply intertwined with the turbulent politics of 16th century Europe, particularly the religious conflicts and dynastic struggles that defined the period. After her abdication, Mary fled to England, seeking the protection of her cousin, Elizabeth I of England, who was the Protestant Queen of England. However, Elizabeth, who was wary of Mary's Catholic claims to the English throne, saw her as a threat. Though Mary was a prisoner for much of her 19 years in England, she was held under house arrest in various castles and estates, including Fotheringhay Castle in Northamptonshire. Mary's presence in England caused political turmoil, as many Catholics saw her as the rightful Queen of England and sought to use her claim to overthrow Elizabeth. This led to several Catholic plots against Elizabeth's life, most notably the Babington plot in 1586, in which Mary was accused of conspiring to assassinate Elizabeth. Madame de Pompadour, born Jeanne Antoinette Poisson, 1721 to 1764, was one of the most influential and celebrated women in 18th century France. As the official mistress of King Louis XV, she became a central figure at the French court, wielding immense political, cultural, and artistic power. Her life and legacy are intertwined with the Louisianian Enlightenment, the Rococo style, and the intricate politics of the French monarchy. Madame de Pompadour died on April 15, 1764, at the age of 42, after suffering from a prolonged illness, possibly tuberculosis. Her death marked the end of an era at the French court. She was buried in the Saint-Jean de Saint-Germain-des-Prés church in Paris, and her funeral was attended by many prominent figures of the time. Queen Hatshepsut, circa 1507 to 1458. BCE is one of the most remarkable and powerful female rulers of ancient Egypt, serving as pharaoh during the 18th dynasty. Her reign was marked by peace, prosperity, and monumental construction projects. and she is often regarded as one of the most successful pharaohs in Egypt's history. Hatshepsut's unique rise to power, her bold portrayal as a male ruler, and her lasting legacy make her a fascinating and iconic figure in the annals of Egyptian history. Hatshepsut was born around 1507 BCE to Thutmose I and his chief wife, Ahmose. She was the daughter of a powerful king, and her royal lineage made her a significant figure in Egyptian politics from an early age. Hatshepsut's early years were spent in the royal court, and she was educated in the ways of governance, administration, and diplomacy, skills that would prove invaluable in her later reign. Her marriage to her half-brother, Thutmose II, further solidified her position within the royal family. When Thutmose II passed away in 1492 BCE, Hatshepsut's young stepson, Thutmose III, ascended to the throne. However, as he was only a child, Hatshepsut was appointed as regent. It was not unusual for women in Egypt to hold this position, but Hatshepsut soon took the unprecedented step of declaring herself pharaoh, a decision that was both groundbreaking and controversial at the time. Aphrodite is the ancient Greek goddess of love, beauty, and desire. She was one of the 12 Olympian gods and played a central role in Greek mythology. Aphrodite represents both romantic and physical love, as well as fertility and sexuality. Her counterpart in Roman mythology is Venus, the birth from the sea. According to one of the most famous stories, Aphrodite was born from the foam of the sea. The myth states that Uranus, the primordial sky god, was castrated by his son Cronus, and his severed genitals were thrown into the ocean. From the foam that formed around them, Aphrodite emerged, fully grown and radiant. This dramatic birth is famously depicted in Sandro Botticelli's painting, The Birth of Venus. Catherine Swynford, Duchess of Lancaster, is a significant historical figure from the 14th to 15th century England, whose life is marked by romance, political influence, and her connection to royal lineage. She is best known as the mistress, and later the wife of John of Gaunt, Duke of Lancaster, the third son of King Edward III. Catherine Swynford was born around 1350 into a noble family. Her mother, Beatrice de Herle, and her father, Sir Payon de Rote, a knight from Flanders, were of relatively modest origins, though they were connected to the English aristocracy. Catherine's early life was spent within the royal circles, and she later married Hugh Swynford, a knight with whom she had several children. However, after Hugh's death, Catherine's life took a significant turn when she became involved with John of Gaunt. Costanza Bonarelli, circa 1614 to 1662, was an Italian woman whose life has gained attention due to her association with the renowned Baroque sculptor Gian Lorenzo Bernini. She is often remembered for her relationship with Bernini, which, though not fully documented, had a significant impact on both of their lives, especially in the realm of art. She is also known for being the subject of one of Bernini's most famous and expressive sculptures. Costanza Bonarelli is most famous for being the mistress of Gian Lorenzo Bernini. The relationship between the two is often shrouded in mystery, but it is widely believed that their affair took place in the 1630s. Bernini, who was at the height of his artistic career, was deeply enamored with Costanza. This affair, however, was not without controversy, as Bernini was already married to Maria Beatrice d'Este, whom he had married in 1639.